Hello guys, in this video we'll be looking into how to create customer portal links for your users in your SaaS application. So let's take your user has paid for $100 and then he wants to cancel it or modify it or update his payment details. So in order to do that, he has to manually contact you and then he has to do all these things. So knowing this, Stripe has introduced a feature called customer portal where the user can do all of this within your SaaS dashboard itself. So in this video, I will discuss everything you have to do to integrate this customer portal in your React.js or Next.js front-end application, as well as how to create the required APIs in your backend code. The backend would be made with Express.js, and I would deploy it to Firebase, but Firebase Cloud Functions. But you can use any tools or services you want to deploy your backend application. So the first thing you have to do is click on developers and then you have to go to settings, search customer portal, right? And then click on this. Once you click on that, here it would be not active. So you have to click on a button which activates the customer portal link. Once you have done that, what you have to do is like go to the product catalog, create a product, or if you already have a product, you have to click on this. You have to create a payment link, and once you have created a payment link, you have to go here, like you have to go to that link and then pay. Why we have to do this is, but you have to do this in the test mode. So the reason behind doing all this is you have to go to your customers and then you click on this or your what the account that you have paid, right? So as it's a test mode, there is no money would be deducted from your account. So as you can see here carefully, for this particular customer, he has a customer ID, and then as this customer has paid for this product, a subscription is already available for this person. So what we can do is we can grab this customer ID and then create a customer portal for the user. So that is one, and then you can see in the dashboard they already have something called Open Customer Portal. So if they click on that, like if you click on that, you can see no, you can see the customer portal in action. So this is done only via the dashboard, but we want to automate this for let's say hundreds or thousands of users. This is not the correct way, right? Like we can't copy this link and send it to them. So in this video, we will discuss the end-to-end connection that we can provide to the user so that they can do it on their own. So as we got this customer ID, I'm going to discuss how to integrate this in your backend. For this tutorial purpose, I'm going to use Express.js. You can use any language like Ruby or Python or whatever you want. So the first step you want to do is you have to create the Express.js application. And then once you create the Express.js app, you have to install the Stripe's official SDK. So once you do that, what you have to do is you have to go into the code, and then as you can see, this is the code. So as I use Express.js, I have imported that. In Express, we get some issues like course origin, right? So I'm going to also add it so that all the websites, any origin can use the endpoint. The next one is the Stripe API key. So in order to understand what that is, go to your developers and then click on API keys. And then this is the secret key. The publishable key is only for the front end. So this is the secret key. So what you can do is generate that, get that key, and then once you get that key, what you can do is you can go here and then attach it in this manner, right? So it should be inside this bracket. Once that is done, you can see this is the API call that we can do to the back, like I have created here. So as you can see, I have sent the customer ID. So what we are going to do is we are going to use a Next.js application in the front end, and then we are going to send the customer ID to the front back end like this, and then we are going to get this session URL like this, right? So once all these things are done, you can leave the day.js. That's for another application. So line 1, 2, 3, 4, and then these things. And once all these things are done, I'm going to export it, and then I have already deployed it to Google Firebase Cloud, right? So this is the first step. So there are other tutorials where you can deploy the server to your required application, like the required providers. So this is for the backend, and then now I will discuss how to do it in the front end, right? So what you have to do is you have to create a Next.js project. So to create a Next.js project, Next.js, right? So you can create a Next.js project like this, and then once that project is created, you can enter it like this, right? So okay, so here you can see I have created the project already, and I have done it like this. So if you click on this thing, I will explain this code one by one, right? So what I have done is I have imported React, that is common, and then as you can see, if I click on this customer portal link, so I am using if I go here, so this is my API, and then I'm calling this particular API. So this is the base URL. So I have used what Axios to create a global instance, and I can use the instance wherever I want. So if I click on this Stripe API, so this is the URL route. You can use whatever URL route you want, but the thing is, like you have to pass the correct customer ID to the backend, like in this manner, right? So let's go to the main code. So if you see here, so in this side, this is the main one. So I have provided a button where when the user clicks on that button, this particular function will be called. So when this particular function is called, I will show a toast, and then beside that I am also sending the customer ID as a hard coded value. So this is only for demo purposes, or for teaching purpose. In your real application, what you have to do is you have to get your users customer ID, and then send it to the backend. So in another way, I will also explain it from end to end, right? So let's take the user creates signs up with you, right? What you have to do is you have to create a customer in the backend, a customer ID in the backend with the help of if I go back, uh, yeah, if I go back, here you can see you can use this particular code snippet to create the customer. So once you create the customer, you can send their ID to your database or backend, and then save it there. Once you do that, you can use that particular ID here, and then send it again back to the backend to create a no, what I would say is a URL. That is the customer portal link URL. Once that is done, I'm going to redirect the user with the help of window.open. And then once the URL is being sent from the backend and then put into this particular code, a new window will be created where the customer portal link will be generated. So if I go back, so this is the real already available in the website, right? So if I click on this go to customer portal, what would happen is all the things that I said before would get executed. So if I click on customer portal, toast message is being shown, and then you can see I'm getting redirected to the customer portal. So as you can see, so this is the test payment card that I have added, and then random details. So if I go here, and then if I go to what customers, and then go to this particular customer's value, and see everything is here, right? So before the customer portal was introduced, you have to go here, click on update and all these things. Now the user himself can go and then update the payment details, update the billing information and all. So if I go back to this one, and then I can search what customer portal, click on this. Here I can enable everything. So let's take, I can enable shipping address transfer. That is, I in the customer portal, the user can update all these details like this one, and then what cancellations. So I can also switch off the cancellations if you want, but I don't recommend doing it. So next one is the allow customers to update subscriptions. Customers can switch plans, etc. You can do all sorts of things here. So let's take the user has purchased one product from you, and he wants to, or else what I would say is, wants to upgrade to another bigger plan or downgrade to another plan, you can switch it and then you can find a product and do that. I'll show it immediately. So prorate is a big concept. I will explain it later, and then all these things, right? So what I can do is I can click on save changes, and then I can also change the branding of this customer portal link. You can do it here, but that's not required for this video. So if I go here, click on reload, you can see before cancel plan was only there. Update plan was not there. If I click on update plan, you can see you can change it to this, and then prorations and all these things will apply. So this is how customer link is extremely important for you guys to prevent something called chargebacks, right? Let's take I want to cancel my Netflix subscription or whatnot, and then I want an immediate refund. So this is an hypothetical situation, right? So let's say I have paid $100, and then in the middle of the month I want to cancel it. So the thing is, Netflix can immediately cancel my plan and then refund me the $50, right? So what I have to do is right now I don't know how they do it, but in your SaaS applications, you can use this customer portal to do this in this manner. So once the user clicks on cancel plan, what would happen is you can configure it in your dashboard where the money will be immediately refunded or etc. in any manner you want. So this prevents us prevents the user from doing something called a chargeback, where they go to their card, let's take Visa or Mastercard, network card providers, and then they charge back saying that no proper services were not given. If we provide this, right, we would save us a lot of money, and then for the end user, he would be happy that he got his money back, or some all the main thing is to prevent chargeback, which is a detrimental to your business. You can use customer portal to solve all of this. So this is how you have to do. So to recap this video, I can go back to this one, and then explain all this, right? So when the user clicks on this, like from the front end side, if I would discuss this, the user clicks on the button of go to customer portal, we would call all this code where toast will be shown at the first time, so that loading immersion is shown, and then the customer ID will be passed to the backend API, which is this. So which I declared it as a global way. You can also do it like what axios.post, and then your what your URL, etc. And then once that is done, it is sent to the backend, and from the backend, you can see here the customer ID. This is this rec.body dot customer ID is same as this, and then the URL is sent, and then it's grabbed like this, and then we pass it to the link. You can see it's an async, right, because it's a backend call, right? So you have to wait until the request is fulfilled, and then we get the response back. You can also handle it with try catch, but this is a test purpose, right? So and then the user will be sent there, and you can also customize everything in the customer portal. So that's it for the video. Do let me know how it works, right? So I will meet you in the next video. Thanks.